Hey, welcome everyone. We just wrapped up the last business outlook for the year in terms of the recap. That was game 82 of 82. We did this last year too. Gonna just take a look at this upcoming off season. Cardell, you just mentioned outlook, how big of an off season it is. I think everybody, surrounding, fans, folks from the league, what have you, are aware of how big this is for Washington. In that first round, that pick can't be any lower than fifth. Obviously, we'll see how things shake with the ping pong balls later down the line. But those decisions that have to be made, uh, where do y'all want to start? They got they have a lot of decisions to make. And then the last point that we had on Outlook was the pressure that's going to be there too with those guys. Like we saw a little bit of trade, we didn't see any of AD, but for the most part, you know what those guys are and how the youngsters respond to. That's the end of being a youngster starting next year. That's legitimately it. Got to contribute on a regular basis. I'm gonna put this up on the screen just give guys an idea uh, what they have going on in terms of. I mean, obviously, this starting five is very subjective. Has no bearing on anything, but it's an idea what they're working in terms of their salary, where they're at with the apron, and again, the picks that they have this year. But Cardell, hand this over to you. Where do you want to begin with this offseason for the Wizards?
I mean, we got to start with the team needs, and go from there. Um, we kind of talked about it in Outlook over the last couple of weeks. I think you got to start with the depth in the front court. Obviously, AD's AD, but the knock on the ain't the knock. The reality is health. And I don't know. I mean, Sar's been banged up here and there, but they've been in a situation where they've been trying to tank to get a good draft pick. So I'm not sure if he was just sitting out. I know certain times he really was injured or whatnot, but I don't look at him as a guy that's like injury prone. So I expect him to kind of be there or whatnot. He got better. He took a leap this year. So I'm excited to see, kind of where his game will be. Alongside AD, because if they healthy with their skill set and their ability and versatility, I think they got what it takes to be a formidable talent. But the thing is, neither one of them want to bang with the centers, like true centers, the Jokic, Embiid's when he's on the floor, the AD and Bam will rumble. I'm not gonna quite put Bam in that. Bam is undersized anyway, but the bigs, Wembanyama, how the hell I forget about him, but Wembanyama, those type of bigs, you know what I'm saying? So Zubac is with the Pacers now. He's a problem. You got to deal with him. So it's just certain things, obviously them Twin Towers out there in Cleveland, you know what I mean? So, just physical bigs that are, like really big, traditional bigs that you got to deal with. How can you, which one of them will want to deal with that full time? Or is it going to be, we're going to tag team, we're going to switch, or whoever just get back, we just deal with it. We'll deal with it then, because every night, depending on what big you facing, it could be a different matchup. It could be a different problem. Where one AD or SAR, one of them might be more equipped to deal with that big as opposed to the other one. So, I think it's more so the center, and then your forward, like that's what I'm saying. The front court in general, like who's gonna be your four? So AD doesn't, based on what he said, he doesn't prefer to be at the five, but he has the most experience and the strength and bulk to play the five. So Saul would have to be at the four. Fine. Book is your backup center or four. Then of course, what we've seen this year then is what Julian Reese. You got basically four bigs. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of work to do. So, I mean, what are y'all thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I think we've all been preaching that for years now. You gotta get some size, gotta get somebody that's going get in there and do the dirty work. because as we've seen, that's been their Achilles heel. They've been struggling keeping teams out the paint and keeping teams off the board. So yeah, I totally agree with you, man. They gotta beef up that front line, man. Especially with AD's injury history. And for the time that he's on the court, it's cool, but he spends a lot of time off the court, and that's just the reality of the situation. And like as you said, SAR's coming along. We saw him take some strides this year, but with everything that was going on, we didn't get to see the full breadth of his development. So he needs to continue to get stronger as well, whether he's at the 5 or the 4, because they got to rebound. So yeah, that's definitely an area of concern and something they need to look at.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. Last couple of years, talk about with the draft of possible fits. Bravest general consensus was there's nothing wrong with taking it big, because Cardell been screaming the alarm. The bigs are coming. We're here now. Like we're legitimately here. We can go as recent. We can just think about the Miami games this year, right? Take out the Bam 83-point game. The damage that Bam and Kyle Ware did to Washington this year was absurd. And it was just on site every time they saw him. It didn't matter. They couldn't solve that issue. And I know AD didn't play, whatever. I'm just using an example. Like that's an example that's in your division. Like that's there. That's not going anywhere. What is this? This was Ware's second year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they're there, right? Orlando's just a big ass team. Period. They're just a big front line. So Cardell, like you said, whether it's the 5 or the 4, you have to improve the talent and the depth in your front line. Just has to happen. Yeah, you have a ton of wings. It's nice that when teams go small, yeah, you have so many versatile options in which you can match when teams go small. But when teams go big, you don't you don't have the requisite weapons to match up with teams at this moment. And like you said, the nights where you got to deal with Nicola. Hey man, that takes a few people. Um, that's a lot for anybody. The nights when Joel was healthy, you need a few people. Even Philly, whatever they got going on. Joel, think about how big Joel is. They back us Drummond. That's two huge human beings. Like I'm excited as well about the versatility and all the ground that AD that combination AD and SAR can cover. I think that's great. That's gonna be wonderful. My thing is when someone's not available, like are you gonna be able to go to war with the teams that where the bigs that have more girth and mass, like you said, um, and that's the thing, right? Is it has to be fixed. Not only that, I mean the points in the paint thing, that's been crazy the last couple of years. Folks have just been in there doing whatever. Um, there's a lot of things that can be cured by addressing that, which is why the offseason is interesting and especially what makes however that pick shake out that much interesting to me.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Obviously, I don't expect everybody to be back, especially the two-way guys and stuff. I don't think they're going to be back because I
Mhm.
think they're just going to be in a different mode trying to win. Um, but okay, so let's say it doesn't matter. AD and SAR are all your 4 and 5. Cool. All right. After that is basically Anthony Gill and Tristan Vucevic because Julian Reese, I'm not sure what this situation is going to be with him or whatnot. But let's just deal with the Wizards as they are as the season is. Fine. So if they take this Ross in to the all season, whatever. Cool. So AD and SAR are obviously going to be the 4 or 5 starters. And then you got Boot, you got Anthony Gill, and you got Julian Reese as the rest of your front court. So let's say, like you said, what if AD and SAR are in foul trouble? What if they are injured? Do you have enough faith in Boot, Gill, Julian Reese to get the job done to help you continue to win? So
That's not
clearly,
enough.
all right. So starting with that position, now we got to look at the draft or free agency. But right now, I think you can address that I don't think a free agent is going to want to come based off this year.
Mm-hmm.
You can win. So let's look at it realistically. I think they're going to look at the draft, and the draft, kind of got a board up already. Where do you guys want to go? Because do you want to see? You look at Cam Boozer, who highly productive, metric wise was the best. Him and Yaxel Lindeborg, I always call him Yaxel Lindeborg. Those were the two top college players by far. It's not even close. Metric wise and all that. You look at all that. So do you go that route? You know what the knock is on him. He skilled, can play inside and out. Like he can complement SAR and AD very well. You know what I'm saying? Does the dirty work, will rebound, understands how to defend, but he's not the best athlete. So that rim protection thing, what you just say, Wilson, points in the paint, he gonna be there, but I don't know if he gonna stop NBA caliber big from scoring inside. He gonna wall up, be fundamentally sound. Now if they miss, he gonna get the board. You know what I'm saying? And that's no question. But can he force them to miss is the question. And also, can he score consistently inside? Or will he have to kind of take him outside, mix it up like what his pops used to do? Like his pops was even more athletic, but he couldn't get away with it. But then again, his pops was playing in the greatest era of power forward ever. So it was a different animal. You know what I'm saying? So his son ain't got that problem right now. You know what I'm saying? So outside a couple nights a year, handful of nights a year, he ain't got that problem. Which is why, he should come in right away and kill. But fine, if you don't like him, do you like Caleb Wilson, who's more of a power 4'3", super athletic, dog, can defend? He will go up and try to block those shots. He will go get that. He will get a rebound, but he's not a bulky dude. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like that's needed in today's NBA? You know what I'm saying? So or do you go with the older guy, Jackson Lindeberg, that's ready to go right now, older. But he plays more, got like a 3 skill set, but he has a 4 size. Rebound, dunk on you, can pass, can bring the ball up the floor. He can do a lot of different things. Do you look at that? You know what I'm saying? So you look at the kid from Washington, Hunter Steinbach, 6'11" kid, stretch the floor, post up. Not the strongest yet, similar to SAR. And he's not a rim protector, but he's 6'11", can't teach height in that skill set. I mean, where do y'all feel like the Wizards should go to complement with AD and SAR? Because we already know those are the guys in the front court. Who do you feel like the draft can complement them out of all these bigs?
I will go Boozer just for the simple fact that they need somebody that's gonna move people around down there. Like you brought up Caleb Wilson with the athleticism aspect, but Boozer 250, Caleb Wilson probably around 210. And then Boozer, he's a technician on the block, but like you said, that will he be able to get that off against NBA size and athleticism? That remains to be seen. But he has that skill set, and he can kind of step away from the rim a little bit. Yeah, I just want somebody that look and act like they lift weights, man. Because the way the Wizards get bullied at times it's embarrassing, and it can be demoralizing if you just down there getting pushed around. So, depending where that pick falls, I think I roll Boozer.
All right, so it's top 5 protected. Let's just say worst case scenario, they get the 5th pick. You know what I mean? Because if they get number 1, a lot of things change.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything changes because now you can use other people. There's other bodies to use to go find the thing that we sitting here talking about. Everything's off the board if you get one.
Yeah, because they get easy. Like we drafting AJ, and some of these wings, we gonna package them up. Go get a vet. Go get a dirty work for. We good, baby. We back in business. Like that changed. So we already know. I kind of got an idea where they may go with that, but I'm just saying, like, let's say worst case scenario, they get the 5th pick. Because see,
Um,
Yeah,
if
they.
after AJ and even like Darren, you don't need Darren. You got Trey and Bub. You know, no disrespect. So, and I know Darren can hoop and all that, but the situation kind of it soured me to what the Wizards are coming out of, man. It's just like, nah, we ain't even got time to even deal with nothing like that. Like, no drama, no. We need dudes that's ready to come in, can contribute, and hoop. And we ain't got to worry about all that other stuff. Um, but after that, it's Boozer, it's Caleb, you know what I'm saying? And Yax is like in the mix, depending on that's why, honestly, people ask me about the draft. I'm like, it depends on who gets what. It's
Mhm.
different teams have different needs, man. You know, outside AJ kind of being the consensus where more teams be like, yeah, I feel like he's the number one pick. It get kind of because like I said, the Wizards, let's say they get the number 2 pick. Do you really need Darren? You just drafted
no,
Trey. You got all these wings that can do all the guard stuff. You got Bub, you got Trey. Do you really need them? So it's just, you know what I mean? But let's say they get the 5th pick or whatever. Between 3 and 5, who do y'all feel like they should take? I know with Ray, you kind of say Boozer, but like who you feel?
man, I'm in a weird place because if you asked me this like a week ago, I'm saying Boozer and I'm walking away. I'm not even entertaining anything else. I'm in a weird place at this moment. I'm somewhere between Caleb and Michigan and
Yes.
Yaxel. Yeah,
Mhm.
I always forget his name. Sorry. But I'm somewhere between those two. With Caleb, just because I know he lacks the mass at the moment, but defense, like the things about Caleb that you know you're getting defensively, you want to talk about things that this place needs, like in spades, the activity on that end, the length, the athleticism. Like, yeah, he's going to have to get bigger, but those things are huge. Like, if I'm thinking you're talking about what's coming off the bench, I'd love to have that next to Vooch. Um, because like we've seen Vooch at times block shots or what have you, but right, they don't have anybody that comes off their bench in the front court that's that active with that size, length, athleticism. Then you talk about Yaxel, I like that because it's little bit more grown. Um, the physicality's there and the 7'4" wingspan. Yeah, man, and then he could play. I think this one of those things where I know people always want younger prospects or whatever, but right now, again, with this apron life, if dude could come in right now, contribute, and there's a role you can fill right now, yeah, man, come on, let's knock that out. That means there's less time I gotta wait for you to get certain things. So I'm probably leaning towards Caleb than Yasser right now. And again, like a week ago, hey, I would have said Boozer and laughed and walked away and not even been open to a conversation. But since since the last week, how many games we've been watching with the points in the paint, people in the paint doing whatever they want, they get in the paint, they got 7 seconds to make up things and nothing bad happens to them. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I think Boozer impacts women in so many ways. It's hard to know, but I think Caleb and Yaxel can fit with Trey the best because they get up and down the
Mhm.
floor. Because the ball gonna be in Trey hands, though, and he's already shown, which we already knew, he's a master at getting the ball to who needs the ball where they're most effective, depending on the time and score of the game or whatnot. He's not gonna just give you the ball because you clapping you open and stuff like that. So he's gonna make those guys look a lot better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back on the defensive end because now you gotta be in position to cover for him. And Boozer will be in position to do it, but can he make the play to, you know what I'm saying? Like, can he make that play? Like he'll be there, but is he gonna really alter that offensive player scoring the ball, making that read? And that's the problem. And like I said, but it's a lot of things you gotta look at because I feel both of y'all. But think about it. Most nights Caleb and Yaxel will get away with it. And more so Yaxel, he's kind of like strength mode with Boozer. But who gonna bang with Jokic and Embiid? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Caleb can't do that. Caleb can't do that, dog. Like, Yaxel's 240, but I don't know. I think he was more of a perimeter guy that got bulked up to be able to play the four, but I don't know if he's strictly a four. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. I think he's a tweener between a three and the floor. I think his game is that, where he kind of just identify mismatches. But on defense, can he guard those guys? And that's what you kind of got to draft. Because, like I said, if 80 and Saul hurt, it's bare back there. They doing the Birdman hand rub. Joki's doing that with anybody. It don't matter. And you got second string bigs, and they're like, yeah, like DeAndre Ayton coming in like, yeah, 20 and 10, baby, like those type of, you know what I'm saying? So, damn,
it's
dog.
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like, it's honest to God, it's tough. And then the other thing that probably like kind of messing with me too is you take AD out the picture, I'm not thinking about anybody but Boozer.
And,
You know what I'm saying? Like
outside of that, man, he impacts everything, dog.
He
He
does,
just wins,
but part of it, the winning, like he's a winner. Like,
you know what? I might have to go
says
with
that.
I'm
Like, my
probably
says that.
I'm probably going to go with Boozer because they need winning, dog. They just need somebody like I ain't used to all this. We gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right. I mean,
yeah,
it's like hybrids. Now I ain't gonna say it's lottery caliber. So I guess you mean like lottery caliber, like. It's guys with potential because we all knew this is a draft that was going to be dominated by freshmen. We just don't know. Like it's a lot of guys with potential to be what he's saying. Like he's saying 0. I can't say that because we don't know what's going to be down the line. They're young, but they got the potential to be nice. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say that. Like the kid from Kentucky, Jaden Quaidens. What we wish the Wizards had, he naturally is that. He just came back too soon from the ACL. Like, look what he did on one leg against St. John's. And he was the best big on the floor. And then it's just the injuries caught up with us. So it ain't enough body of work. But I saw him the year before. And what he does is what the Wizards desperately need. Elite rim protector, rebounder, run the floor, dunks everything. It just ain't enough body. You see what I'm saying? It just ain't enough. Like, do you have enough up here with IQ to be able to go in the league and do what you need to do? Because, see, you got to read what's going on. You got to follow what Trey doing. Because Trey going to have the ball in his hands. You got to know what to do. You got to know the sets and stuff like that. Or can you make the right reads when they give you the ball, but the defense collapse on you? You raw. You can't really shoot nothing. But Will Riley is open in the corner on the weak side of the floor. Can you make that swing pass over the defense where all he got to do is catch and shoot? Those are the things that keep you off the floor. And that's what we don't know enough about him yet. Like that guy, but like athletically and defensive intangibles and stuff. That kid he's the best in the draft with that. But everything else we don't know. It's just question marks, and he's so raw. So it's just that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, so do you just go with the short thing? You see what I'm saying?
I think you go Boozer and double down in the front court later on, bro. Like, because what you were just saying now, think about the reads, that just messed with me because the last couple games we were watching, there been times where Riley's moved the ball. He's always moving without the ball. And you see him inside, he's open. But the person he passed to, they're not seeing it. They're not looking at the game the same way
Boozer was
at the
fine.
moment at all. And by the time I realized it, the window opportunity is gone. Would have been an in rhythm jumper or whatever good could have came out of it. So like that part, like I'm all over the place, but I think it's just like that part of it is value in that, man.
Because that's literally the only thing with him is like just rim protection, athleticism. But it's not, and I'm not even saying he's like a bad athlete. It's not like he can't dunk or something like that. Like he'll dunk it, but yeah, it's for what they need and to be able to play and all that impact. And the thing is, you know what? I'm gonna go with Boozer, and here's why. He don't need to do rim protection. Just take the charge, dog. and he's gonna be there to take the charge. And those fouls pile up. You see what I'm saying?
Then again, and an ability to read the floor on both ends, to read the game on both ends of the floor. That's huge. Like we seen all the missed rotations and horrible things we've seen this year. Like you said, he's
And
going to be where he's supposed to be. Like that's huge.
man, he can shoot the ball, man. 36% from deep, 57% from the field, 23 and 10, almost averaged 4 assists. He got 7-foot wingspan too. You know,
Yeah,
like, yeah, dog. I mean, we
yeah,
had to go through the other bit, but
yeah,
hey, man, we had to
yeah.
get our draft room on real quick, man. Have a discussion.
That's the mature, sound decision. That's it. That's you walk away and don't question it.
Yeah, the only one that's a no-brainer to me is AJ. Everybody else is up for discussion.
Yeah, yeah.
So and his father was an all-star. And you feel what I'm saying?
In a different era of biz.
And he had heat every night and was all-star. Him and Darren Williams was cooking this out there, dog. That's what I'm saying. And that's why he nice, because he learned from Pops. You know what I'm saying? So, but Boozer got more than his Pops offensively, because he could step out, shoot threes, come up like a point forward. Like, picture Boozer, young Boozer, with Trey in the pick and roll. That's tough. That's tough for a big to deal with, dog. Like, they got a guard. They got a guard, man, and both of them thinking like a point guard. You see what I'm saying? Then you got the wings spotting up, and then you got AD, and there's a SAR, one of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got something there. And then, like I said, he don't know nothing but winning. So he gonna have winning habits from day one. That's gonna make, if you coming with the BS, it's like, I can't let this rookie show me up. Let me step my game up. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's gonna become contagious throughout the team, man. So, and Boozer, I can't even say Boozer. He's just not an elite at like Caleb, like catch, like
right.
On the rim, windmill. I can't say he a below the rim athlete, because he dunked plenty of times this year, and Pops definitely was dunking. So if you dunking in game consistently, you're not below the rim athlete, dog. That's layup stuff, man. So yeah, definitely will roll with Boozer, man. So we established that, but who else you think in whatever position do you think is kind of there? It ain't the wing.
Hey, dog. I would take 3 bigs, bro. You gonna have to fight me to find something else to take. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like we just gonna keep spamming the button. Like I can't take it anymore. You talk about all the depth they got everywhere else on this roster. I mean, obviously, if something pop up, like you do what you need to do. But I mean, no disrespect to Book, but that shouldn't derail you from picking up another big.
Nah, I mean, it's pro sports, bro. I mean, you're in the lab, make them play. You make them be like, you can get who you want, bro. Like, I'm still gonna get my medals. It don't matter, man. You know, but you know, y'all cool with Trae Young and Bub Carrington being the back, like the point guards, right?
Yeah, I can roll with that for sure.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, shooting guard depth chart: Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson, Jameer Watkins, Jaden Hardy. Y'all cool with that?
I mean, yeah, like Wilson said, if you got an opportunity to upgrade, then sure. But I mean, going into, I'm comfortable with them going into the season.
Yeah,
you know,
Keyshawn in year 3. We saw the flashes at the beginning of the year before the injury started. Trey gotta get better, because if he ain't scoring, it gets kind of dire out there, man. Especially defensively. But again, with them winning, with them focusing on winning, if you ain't in the game doing something, come right back out, put the guy that was, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that type of deal. Because the threes, well, Kyle can play a 2 or 3. That's what makes those wings, you know, special. They all versatile. But I'm just putting him there because he's not as strong as like a Cam Whitmore or Bilal. and Will's still learning, but Will can play the 1, 2, or 3 as well. That's another thing. He
Mhm.
can do all three as well. So, but Cam, but especially Koulibaly, he ready. He ready to go. He a vet, and Cam, grown man, 230. Like he's one of the few players I've seen go chest to chest with Jalen Dorn and punch on him. Like most dudes don't even try. So, he a grown man. So y'all cool with that? The small forward Cam Whitmore, Bilal, and Will.
I have no issue with everything before the 4 and the 5. They are deep as hell. Like legit, like because my whole thing is I guess is if you're picking top 5, the only non-bigs you were going to take is the dude who's going to go one, right? So if that's in the equation, that's cool. Then you deal with what comes with it life wise. You don't get that or whatever. Like who's coming in here and knocking out year 3 Keyshawn, year 4, Bilal. We just saw what Will Riley just had. Like
Especially as a rookie.
yeah, like
Mhm.
what? Whose
With the
spot are you
exception
coming
of
in to take, bro?
AJ. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even what's it called? The year, like even from a depth perspective, the year Watkins had, like, because we know defensively, you don't have
Oh
to worry
yeah.
about that part of it. So like he gotta get more consistent. Like you're asking him to get more consistent on hitting open shots. All
Yep.
right, but
And
the
he did. He
defensive side of it,
corner three. Jameer
yeah,
is automatic now. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
So yeah, the 4. And looking at
that's
the
what
depth chart, the 4 is just Anthony Gill. So then the centers is AD, Sar, and Boot. So yeah, I mean, how many draft picks they got on the Wizards got?
I think 3. Let me double check. So they got a 1 and 2 twos, right?
It's 1 and 2 twos.
Hold
Yeah.
on, my bad. Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to find it.
But I think they got it's something weird going on with Phoenix, right? They got like a pick swap or something with them.
Yeah, they got a lot of pick swaps from trade and the AD stuff.
Okay, I think it's 1 1 and 2 twos this year.
You for sure? You said 1 1s and 2 2s.
Yeah, I think it's 1 1 and 2 twos this year.
All right. So that's the lottery. So in the second round, focus on bigs.
Man, I want that front court to be as deep as the rest of the roster.
Yeah.
But hold on, let me see exactly what number are they just based off of now. That's the thing. Hold on.
Uh, trying to find
Because different prospects are in different ranges, and that way we can just be
right.
more accurate. It's like for me, even if Washington get the second pick, Boozer, he just go two. Darren got, like I'll just take him too.
Right.
So Washington right now is the 31st pick. I'm looking at it as it stands. You said 2 2s. No, I don't think they got 2 2s. I think somebody else got that. I don't see it.
All right. One of the things I'm looking at, so they had 52 and 60.
You said they
Trying to
got 50.
find it, like legit what it is. All right, so they got the first round pick to convey. They got that, and then uh, less favorable of Minnesota and New York picks, or more favorable of Pelicans and Portland picks. is one of them, and then the other one is least favorable of OKC, Dallas, and Philadelphia. So I think the 2 second rounds are picks from other folks.
All right, so we won't know right now until the dust is settled for the
So
draft.
like Bobby Marks chart he had them where it says one, but the other two picks are 51 and 60.
Put his up, Bobby Mark. See where you
I
get
got you.
him.
Here we go.
All right, so you said 151 and 60. All right,
Mm,
yeah, that makes sense with the swaps. Okay, so second round is gonna be tough to kind of. And y'all talking about around that time, Joseph Tugler, the big from Houston. Terrence Reed is, kind of around that time, around that projected to be around that. We'll see as the evals go on, and maybe he wows everybody at the combine move up. You never know. But right now, I'm just talking about right now. So Terrence Reed from UConn, Joseph Tugler, uh, yeah, those type of bigs are down there in that range. And like I said, they both come from winning situations. Tugler is a little bit on the size, it's 6'8", 230, but he's you know who he remind me of? Like Kenneth Fareed. He remind me of that
Okay.
type of big. So he gonna throw his body around, he gonna be athletic, he gonna finish, he gonna defend obviously you can't play at Houston if you don't know how to play defense.
facts.
Sampson don't play that. So that definitely helps the Wizards case. Well, Terrence Reed, somebody you could throw in there in the post and go to work. And obviously, if you could survive Hurley, league should be fine in the league. So, yeah, I would love for those two. Yeah, just go with the bigs because you don't really need nothing on that perimeter at all. Just keep developing, those youngins and everything like that, and they'll be fine. Or get
I don't.
a go ahead.
I was just gonna say like I don't see like in a second round again like what second round is coming in here to take somebody's job.
Yeah, just get some winners that's gonna come in here and compete and keep a winning, hard working atmosphere, man.
Mm,
So we'll go. That's fine. We kind of just touched on the roster, so to speak, man. Moving forward, we talked about draft hits. So let's look ahead to, I guess you could say, free agency. Let's see what's going on. Because you got to shoot your shot now. They may not take the money, but you got to shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? So, in the free agent market, who do you feel they got cap space too? Because they got a young roster. So, what position you feel like they should go after bigs and check bigs in the free agent market too, or what y'all think?
All bigs, everything, man. They gotta address that. Because otherwise that means you hitching your wagon to AD, which if he stays healthy, all right, cool. But we live in the real world, and you got to prepare for him to miss time. Uh, that just is what it is, man. So I definitely think they need to focus on shoring up the front court.
Gotcha,
I
man.
think might be right in that one just because you definitely gonna need some AD insurance and even factoring in some of the younger bigs, you still gonna want again. I think a great AD insurance is still having another vet in that front court too. And I like AG. I think you still keep AG. You can get a vet with a little. I think that's the tough part, like you said. Most of the bigs that you do have on a roster are more five than four. It's just rounding that part out too.
Mm. Well, on the market, who is projected to be on the market? Obviously, that could change. Kristaps Porzingis, former Wizards, last year of a 2-year deal. Do you look back at that? Or you like, nah, we good?
The same thing Ray said about Anthony Davis is the same thing that applies here for me right there. Is when you're there, I am I do not worry about you. But that win scares the you know what out of me, man.
Okay, fair enough. Now this one could be interesting, but it's a team option. OKC, Isaiah Hartenstein. He's exactly what we've been talking about the Wizards need.
That's when I'm cool with the exception. Spend the bread. Come on. Spend the bread. Come on, we'll figure it out later. They don't want hey, look, they can take turns playing the four, brother. Let's go. I don't care. If you took a whole argument off the table. Come on. Come hit people. Come on, right now. Like, here you go. I have no problem. Give them all the money. Everybody on with the deals. Come on, Dan.
He's exactly what the doctor.
Man,
AD played the four. He got center. Star backup ADs. Man, because OKC got to lose somebody. They can't keep everybody.
Yeah,
So
for sure. If they got a chance to get Hartenstein, that I would take that.
especially like what you just said, think about Indiana, like they get Tyrese back with like big ass like Zubac is there, man. Like people don't understand how big that man is. Like, but yeah, I would love Hartenstein. I think that'd be great.
Okay, no doubt. John Collins from Utah.
Mm,
Or you feel like they good with AD and Saw? Now, if it's Atlanta, that version of John Collins, he been a little injury prone lately too.
I'm gonna have to fall back
yeah,
to that win part of it. I just gotta be cool. We don't need to add more wins. It is in the
Can't be
front court.
traumatized. All right,
Traumatized. I need minutes.
he's an unrestricted free agent. Okay, so the next one, play option, a little bit older, Mr. Draymond Green.
nah, man.
Nah, I'm good. Nah,
Nah.
nah, we're good. Nah,
I'm saying, man, tough dude, man. Coming off. Nah, I got you.
nah, we good.
Unrestricted free agent, Nikola Vucevic. He's 36. Nikola Vucevic. Now, he's a big. He's a center. He can do anything before.
Hey man, if the price right, if you can't get
Yeah,
Hartenstein, I could live with that boost.
I wouldn't mind Vooch. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can live with that. And he
Okay.
just be playing, like he just be available. So
And you only need him to kill, man. Just get us like 15 to 10. We good, baby. And just don't
man,
get torched for 30 by other bigs. We good. Okay. I'm just going down the route. Nurkic, Yusuf Nurkic, 32.
Wouldn't be mad at it. He definitely gonna move people around down there.
All right. You just a serviceable big to spare 80, all that banging and
hey man,
okay.
somebody gotta want to go hit people. So I'm not objecting to
Yeah.
any of those people who like leaning on people at the moment,
But
even if it's
obviously,
just for those nights.
but currently out of all the bigs I just named, Hartenstein's at the top of the list.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay. What about Zach Collins, unrestricted free agent? Too injury prone.
he just be hurt. Love his game. He just not available.
All right. Kelly Olynyk, unrestricted free agent, 35.
I need people to hit
Yeah.
people. We got enough of them. We got enough of them type of bigs.
Such big.
Got enough.
Mitchell Robinson, I would love it.
Yo,
Injuries. The injuries. The injuries.
can you imagine if you had this situation where him and AD down at the same time? Like, man, you gotta throw every. You just can't. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
So
We gonna
I,
be back to 17 to 65 if that happened.
it's like I didn't even think about that. You brought up a great point. Like what you said earlier about in the second round, like Tars what 6'11", 265, and like you can go get you a young dude to bang, and go get you a veteran guy to bang. I'm cool with that. I'm a okay. That's now you got two people for them nights. The other two don't got to think about like you don't got to go fight. You don't got to go fight those bears that night. There's people to go do it, but they need those people, man. Like they need them bad.
For sure. All right, let me keep scrolling. We almost done. Uh, Victor Wembanyama. I'm joking. And they first let him go fight. Man, everybody got to go. They got to move that franchise. I would say Robert Williams, but injuries, dog.
Like
Damn.
everyone that you named on the injury thing, it's nothing remotely wrong with their game or what their impact would be. It's just you know,
Injuries. Maxi Kleber,
Hmm.
physical.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
raised my eyebrow a little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
you piqued my interest. That's not bad as a fourth possibly. Like I'm
Brooke Lopez, 38 years old, got a team option, but I don't know if they're gonna keep him. I don't know if they're gonna exercise it. Brooke Lopez
hey,
at 38.
I'm not mad at bro. If the price is right, like it's not gonna hurt anything. Like he could be on my short list. Like I know exactly what I'm getting.
Solid vet, good for leadership in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Kevon Looney. It's crazy. He's only 31, man.
Man, he been through it. So just
Yeah, man. Them dang deep
like
runs with the boy.
dog, like again, if he was healthy, I'm putting up there like right under Hartenstein because of all the things he brings to the.
I just knew Kevon Looney was like 35.
Nah,
One and
he's
done. I
getting three
think
different
either two
levels in
and
the
done.
league.
He was super young when he came in the league.
uh,
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm trying to go down these centers. It's guys that Mark Williams, unrestricted free agent. I expect him to keep him, but hey, he gonna hit the market. Mark Williams.
feel like
Defense.
they will have to overpay.
Feel like they're gonna have to overpay. Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
will. The bag, especially at the who was it? The Lakers traded for him, then they rescinded the trade or whatever.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he should try to go get his money. But
If the
talent
price
wise,
was decent, I
you
could
know,
see it. Yeah.
25. Let's see. Dayron Sharp, team option, 25 years old.
I mean, he have a hell of a game every time he play the Wizards.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
Uh,
you could throw him on the list. You could throw him on the list. He's not high on my list, but you could throw him on the list
all right.
for a decent price. Awesome.
Next one is Zach Edey, but they got team option and he injured the injuries. But he's exactly what rim protector, rebounder, scoring side. But is that enough to overlook the injuries?
Nobody that's injury prone. That's because that's the problem we
Just
trying to solve.
they just can't afford that at
I'm
the
just throwing
moment.
it out there, man. I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
got you, dude.
As y'all put y'all
And
GM
listen
hat.
to say, like there are great options that you're bringing up. It's that if is just kicking my behind. Right?
Man, this era, man, I tell you. Yo,
Like,
this is crazy how things change. I'm Derek Lively, team option, 22 years old, man. Just in the finals, putting in work.
if you could get that and the price is cool, I'm cool with that. Like that's something that could grow old with Alex. Put them
Okay.
both out there. Like
Hmm.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. So you put him second after Hartenstein on the list?
Yeah, everybody's after Isaiah.
Okay.
No, I'm not mad at that. Like he been What's it been like with him with the injuries though?
That's what,
Reliably.
yeah. But I think that's been more recent this year. But yeah, Dario Saric,
We haven't seen like healthy Dario since like the Warriors still had KD.
UConn great Andre Drummond.
You can get his big behind for the low. I don't object to it.
Man, he hitting
He's
threes
doing
now,
them shoot threes. No, I don't care about that. No, no, no.
He hitting
Look,
threes, baby.
here's the
Hey,
thing I'm okay with. Every 15 boards, you can take 1 3.
Wilson. When it comes to UConn, it's Ray Allen, then it's Andre now. Get the spots,
You
man.
just trying to make me leave. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm still mad about the threes in that game.
Mo
Yeah,
Wagner,
I'm up on that.
former Wizard, Mo Wagner, 29 years old.
He's coming off an injury, isn't he?
Yeah,
His brother,
I
too.
think so.
I'm not mad at Mo because I don't think it would cost that much, and I'm cool with what he brings. But the injury thing it bothers me a little bit.
All right. Nick Richards,
I'm cool with Nick Richards if the price is cool.
Walker Kessler.
If he not asking for a bag, but I think he would be right. Isn't he young? Like the Mark Williams thing, right?
25, yeah. Just because you asking for it don't mean you're going to get it.
This is true. This is true. I think you could put Walker on the list. It's a bigger body.
All right, man. Then it's kind of getting down to like Kelly Ware, but he's restricted. I don't expect that he to get through with him. Dwight Powell, Jackson Hayes, Vess Missy. Point is, it's some decent bigs that they can go in free agency, and obviously,
He's interesting to me.
but my thing is, all right, let's say, okay, what if they have a verbal agreement that no one knows about with one of these bigs before the draft, and they're like, I'm coming. Does that switch up the plans? Or you still like, nope?
You said they have a verbal agreement with what one of the bigs in free agency?
Yeah, like we coming. Y'all got AD and Trey. I like what y'all doing over there. I like the young core. I'm coming before the draft. You just be like, nope, we still gonna get bigs.
No, I mean Booster played the floor, so it got nothing to do with that man. Come on down. Got nothing to do with you, brother. You were 5'4". Got nothing to do with you, bro. Does not impact your life whatsoever.
Hey man, I'm just asking the questions the people probably gonna ask.
I get it, but like you went down the routes where like they're loaded 1 through 3, like loaded,
Yeah.
and even if you get into the times like all the creative ways they can play small, like that's cool. But the place that they're like suffering is in that front court.
All right, cool. So we can close the show out with this. So in the perfect world, draft Boozer. Second round, get like Tugler and Reed, 2 bigs from winning programs. Y'all come in, duke it out 2 ways, whatever y'all do.
Yep.
In the free agency, perfect world. Go get Hartenstein and another one. We in business, baby. Let's win some games next year.
Hey man, to me there's no drop off. Now if AD misses some time in school, or it's another way to preserve AD too. Those nights when you have those big bangers. Hey, those are the nights you veterans play. That's cool. The nights that you don't have them, hey man, I can kick your feet up. It's okay. The nights when it's more up and down, that's fine. But nah, man, go insulate that inside. I think it would change so much because you can get out and run if you got stops.
Yeah, rebounds. Like it changes so much, man.
Like you said, I think they've done a great job insulating themselves. Once, like on the perimeter,
sure.
they've been like they're deep as hell.
Oh, for sure. No, this regime, they've hit on draft picks. No question. They come in and they can play. You know, it's just they got to play winning basketball. My thing is they have the opportunity to give Trey so many weapons. It's just like I can lead the league in assists again. Because first of all, AD, that's 5 or 6 assists alone from him.
Mhm.
He's healthy. So and then you got to worry about the fair trade going to work, getting your 2025 or not. So yeah, man, like and Bub ready to go. He ready to go. He just need to be in a winning situation. And obviously he can continue to learn from Trey. Trey came over late, but learn how to manipulate the defense better and whatnot, and get in the lab and improve his jumper to the point them cold spells will never happen again. You see what I'm saying? So nah, they got the young core talent as hell. They just got surrounded with the right vets and the right pieces. And I'm like, yeah, man, have so many bigs, it don't matter. They're just willing to do whatever it takes to win. And then you go ahead and try to win, man. And I think the front office has set the roster up, this team up to be able to do that if they choose right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other key. Now they've been drafting well, but they got to choose the right people, man. And I'm just and okay, what if, bam, you got so what if Booz and AJ? What somebody take Booz and number one AJ go to? Who will be the third guy like to go after?
Mm.
On that, who would you
I
say is
guess
the
you gotta
third?
go Caleb at that point, or Yaxel. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Caleb Jackson. Okay.
Yeah, I think you just moved down that like that list that we had or whatever. I don't think that should change for them. Who's just at the top of that list. In the world where you get one, throw all that away because you take AJ, you figure out everything. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, but excluding that, if you like you said, say you pick five and AJ and Boozer are gone, I think you move down the list of where Caleb and Yaxel, and then you still go do the same thing we were talking about in terms of insulating the bigs.
Do you think it would be pressure on the front office to look at Nate, the local brought up? Or should they give two you know what's about that?
I think there would have been pressure if Will Riley ain't just do what Will Riley did.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie, but like
He
we
eliminated
we
that.
live in this kind of reality where like y'all seen Family Guy episode where Peter had a boat and the dude was like, or you got a mystery box. You already had a boat. You know what I'm saying? Like we he just showed you what that is already. Like we don't need you already have a Will Riley. Go on with your life.
All right, cool. So it's Boozer, Caleb, or Yoxel, and keep it moving. It's one of them three, and keep it moving. All right, got you. So we're gonna close out the show with this. Gotta ask the tough question: do they keep Brian Keith? Do they keep Brian Keith or go get another coach, man?
Man, you know what? Yes, keep him, man, because he had to sit through this nonsense. And I was thinking about this earlier when he first took over as like interim, and like that first. I know typically when it's coaching change, that first couple games or what have you, teams generally it's some shift in the way they play, but the way they responded to him it was positive, and I think under normal circumstances he will be able to manage this team. In all seriousness, he he should have that opportunity. That's just where I'm at with it. Because we haven't had the opportunity to really see what he's capable of. And to have him sit through all this foolishness and then you start to get to the other end and you just go get somebody else, nah. I will keep him because I do think, despite the product that's been put forth, I think he's a good coach. So yeah, I'd keep him if it was my decision.
All right, but Wilson.
I think you give him a chance. Like kids have got better during this crazy situation in which you had the edict or whatever in terms of what you needed to accomplish this season wasn't exactly like other teams. Their goal this season was to secure your top 8 pick and then ensure that it was a top 5 pick. If that's the goal, like how do you judge a coach? Like you can't even coach regularly under those circumstances. Honestly,
Right.
like you're almost coaching against like it's like opposite every day at work. You know what I'm saying? Because the director's the director. So I think you give them a chance. I think it'd be crazy not to like just like we're talking about give the kids a chance to be on the winning side of things. Like he deserves that chance too. Like I'm sure he hasn't thoroughly enjoyed this process. Hey, you get the year two. You're excited about last year's draft class. We kind of need to bottom out to ensure that we keep our pick. Like that's kind of tough. I think you should get an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm with you. Despite everybody bringing up all this stuff, like I see the comment where he was like the team tunes him out. Tunes him out frequently. I'm like, how y'all know? We had the arena. I don't see that. Can't go off the little clips and stuff like that. But let's be real. He's had the coach with his hands tied behind his back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because of the situation. Give him an opportunity with a team that can win, coaching to win to see what he can do. You see what I'm saying? I'm with y'all. You gotta give these guys a fair chance. Like I'm tired of seeing coaches take L's for the players not being up to par, front offices not doing their job. Like it's not cool, man. Like give them a chance. And we'll know. Y'all know the rule. Get the late December. We know what the team is, baby. Just get the late December, and it never fails, man. So, that's about 20 to 25 games, man. So give them that. Give them a quarter of the season. So, and if they win it, we good. You know what I'm saying? And if not, there's coaches out there. You got to make the changes, man. But you got to give the staff a chance, man. Because despite the losing, despite the circumstances, the kids did play hard for the most part. They just wasn't efficient or as effective as they needed to be. But that's the first sign of if someone's responding to a coach. Do they go out there and like play hard? And I know they're gonna bring up the BAM stuff and all that. Oh, I'm talking about post BAM. You see what I'm saying? The post BAM game when they was an embarrassment, they could have really been like, man, F it. And then you be like, we got to make a change because they literally quit on this coach. But they came back and was competing hard to close out the season. But obviously, with the circumstances, trying to secure the lock in that top 8 pick, it is what it is. Like kid can start off good in the first quarter, you don't even see him in the second quarter. Yeah, and
Mhm.
you know what the situation is, man. So you can't blame him. Everybody deserves a fair shot, man. Especially with Trey and all them there, just getting their AD. AD didn't even suit up yet, so we don't know how they look with AD yet. But we can imagine how that tandem will look. And then Trey, we saw Trey, we saw Trey controlling the game, keeping them in the game against OKC without everybody. So we know what he about to bring. So yeah, we just gotta see what it is, man. But gotta throw that question out there. The fans are always talking about it. Y'all see it on social media. Gotta ask. But yeah, draft number quality bigs, winning bigs that's willing to buy into the team and do all the winning and tangible stuff and come in and all season ready to work, man. We're gonna see what it is. But yeah, we all on the same page with the direction they should go.
And now we just gotta sit back to see if how they go about executing it, how their way differs or is the same. Uh, that we say it, see it. Thanks for the discussion on the platform, taking the time out to discuss it. Was it properly going officially in the postseason? Subscribe to the next time. Hey, we appreciate you. Um,
Yeah.
see you soon. And if you're into the WNBA, we'll be on tomorrow night during the WNBA draft because the Mystics, they got 6 picks tomorrow night and a bunch of roster spots. So we're gonna see how things shake out. So their off season is fully in swing. Their compressed off season in the W, and we'll see how that goes. But for the Wizards, yeah, we can't wait to see how this all plays out, man. And appreciate each and every one of y'all for riding through this 82 game stretch this year. It took its toll on everyone. Y'all have a good evening.